Good morning. How are
Good
you?
morning. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well. How was your weekend?
It was good.
Good. Good. Oh, Adam's here. Hi, Adam.
Hello.
I don't know if he can hear us yet.
Oh, don't
He looks
know.
like he's concentrating on getting dialed
Trying
in.
to get it going.
Oh, hi, Adam. Yeah, he can hear us now.
Hello.
Looks like he might be in a coffee shop or something.
Oh, that could be, huh?
Yeah, maybe it's
Are you
that.
at Starbucks? Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Just got your audio. Get my headphones in.
that's okay. That's what I said. You look like you're at a coffee shop or something.
Yeah, I'm trying to get set up.
Oh, you go ahead and do your thing.
Don't mind me.
Yes. Pandora, how does your son like working at 31 Flavors?
He likes it a lot. Yeah, yeah. So he's got the day off today, but I think he works again on Wednesday. Oh, he says hello. He waved his foot.
Tell him I said hello
Okay.
and
Still says
congratulations.
hi and congratulations. He did one of these.
He'll probably be the manager of that place in no time.
I'll
Yeah,
tell him you said that.
I'm sure you can
Yeah.
just tell he's responsible and they'll be calling him every day. I know you don't work, but can you come?
How's Paisley doing?
Oh, she's just fine. She's a little snuggle bug.
Oh,
I know.
so cute.
She's the best baby. I thought my babies were good. She's like amazing. She only cries when she's cold.
Oh, little one.
I know. She doesn't like her diaper changed.
Yeah, well, then you're exposing to the air and it's cold.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh.
Exactly. But other than that, she's a happy little girl.
Oh. Let's hope she stays that way.
I know. I know. Because I told them this is like the dream baby here. I mean, she sleeps like
Exactly.
4 hours at night every 4 hours she gets up.
Really? Wow. I remember when the first night that Kelsey was home, she slept nonstop to the point where we called the doctor and they said, "Oh, this is the honeymoon phase." And boy, were they right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep, that's right. That's right. So enjoy it while, right now it's just the watch them sleep.
Yeah. Oh, you do too. It's just, it's total, like you could just stand there for hours and watch them.
Yeah.
So, oh, we're talking babies here, Adam. Are you ready?
Yes, we'll get
Yeah,
going.
I'm good.
Okay.
Sorry, there's an Adam on here, honey. My son is Adam, and he's in the other room. So
Nice.
Why are
okay.
you talking to me?
Yeah, exactly. That does look like Starbucks. What have you got there?
I don't have anything yet.
Oh,
I have to go get in line.
Oh
Yeah.
dear. Well, you got to wait an hour. So
yeah.
okay.
All right, we'll get going.
Bummer.
Here we go, guys. We'll start off with common words, okay? Here we go. Evening, remember, books, January, change, cost, short, charge, happy, dinner, class, enclose, run, misses, stay, unable, real, busy, already, small, almost, paid, world, Sunday, weather, early, buy, everything, remittance, opportunity, goods, large, open, Saturday, lantern, doubt, gone, 5, perhaps, second, prompt, can't, accept, near, do, giving, within, wanted, whole, imagine, sort, market, till, wife, memorandum. All right, now here are some names with ages. Ready? Oh, and I'm going to spell the last name too. Doug Taylor, Taylor, 62. Emmeline Pankhurst, Pankhurst, 10. Alan Wren, Wren, 65. Andrew Hall, Hall, 50. Allie Rourke, Rourke, 6. Gary Moundfield, Moundfield, 56. Andy Williams, Williams, 13. Fee Plumley, Plumley, 98. Anthony Burgess, Burgess, 27. George Garrett, Garrett, 74. Heather Delaney, Delaney, 31. Harold Lever, Lever, 87. Amy Harden, Harden, 72. Holiday Granger, Grainger, 12. Benjamin Haywood, Heywood, 45. Howard Jacobson, Jacobson, 101. Ian Brown, Brown, 16. Bernard Manning, Manning, 86. Ivan Curtis, Curtis, 23. Brandy Sumner, Sumner, 24. Brian Kidd, Kidd, 12. JJ Thompson, Thompson, 57. And Shane McLean, McLane, 35. All right, so there's more, but I'm going to stop there. We'll finish the rest tomorrow morning. Now I've got some sentences that have dollar amounts. Well, there's lots of different numbers. So, all right, here we go. He owes me $154 and he'd better pay. Why'd he do it if he thought he'd get caught and have to pay a $500 fine? Will he give you the $7,543 by Friday? Meet me at 10 o'clock at 4th and Main Street. Jonathan hasn't paid the $550 bill. Mary Ellen won't give him the $700. $500 is what Anthony owes Alexandra. Have you been to the cafe on 65th Street? David gave her the $950 ring for their anniversary. Sheila will share the silver coins with Al that is worth $1,000. Clyde Clayton will wear the $1,000 silver suit. Sarah Sue Sorensen paid the $300 bill. Let's have lunch at B's on 3rd Avenue. Jamal Terrence will pay the $90.54. She said she was there at 9:45 exactly. Marilena refused to pay the $689. Dwayne gave her the bill for $843.31. 167th and Sepulveda is flooded. Elizabeth and Michael each paid $36. Rick Fox will contribute $4,000 to the charity event. Fred Ferguson flew to Florida for only $279. Did you know he paid $167 round trip? They will pay the gas bill of $123.40 today. Isabel Eastman will donate $2,500. The 10th Street off-ramp is closed until 7 p.m. this evening. All right. Now I've got a pronoun drill. I always say this is my favorite drill. I'm going to read this. I'll read this at 100, okay? All right, here we go. When writing on this machine, I used to shadow when I attempted to write pronouns such as I, you, and he. I sometimes misstroked when I wrote the words this and that and when and what and who and were and where and which and there and it is and it's and what is and what's. When I read these notes after writing this material at a push speed, I often found I had you for he or he for I, or that I often had I when that transcript was speaking of he or you. Sometimes at these push speeds, I found when I was sure I had hit that, it turned out that that was this. Sometimes my this was that, or even an occasional there. It is easy to stroke it is instead of it's. When you and I push, we may find that we have written it is for it's, or it's for the words it has. It is not quite so easy to confuse it has for the word it's, or it's for the words it has. What, when, who, and which are just a shadow away from each other. So it is easy when what you heard as a what to have a when or who in the notes, or when what I heard as a who to have a what or when in my notes, or when what he heard as a when to have a who or what in the notes. We have paid close attention to the differences in the strokes between who is and whose to say. When you heard the word I, you might have stroked the word you or he. It is easy when what you heard as he to have stroked the word I or you. What was easy for you to do was to hear you and to have stroked I or he. I don't know about you, but what I thought when I had a you in my notes and I fit better was that I might have confused my I and you. Did you find that was the case with you too? That was what I found when there was a he in my notes, and I or you fit better. I thought there was something wrong there, and that was when I decided to straighten out which stroke is which word. Now, when what I hear is a you, I get the you in my notes, not an I or a he. I practiced these pronouns because I tended to shadow my notes when I pushed my speed. I am happy, and I'm sure you are happy too, now that what we write is what we hear, such as you for you, I for I, this for this, that for that, who, what, when, where, how, and why, for who, what, when, where, how, and why. That's my favorite. All right, moving on to our next drill. Now, this is going to be an objection and ruling drill, okay? So these are just objections and rulings. I just gave it in the mid-class, but I want to give it to you guys too, because, you know, some people don't listen to the mid-class, and this is really important. So these are the following briefs for these objections. You might know most of these. Objection, OBGS, Your Honor, YURN. Vague and ambiguous is V long A, BS. Sustained is ST long A and D. I object is IB. Speculative is SPEKT. Overruled is OFRLD, or you can do a long O. Either one works. There is immaterial, IMT. Irrelevant, IR. Asked and answered, SKAND. We object, WEB, or you would have to just flag web, but we object comes up more than web. Or you can write it as WOEB. Hearsay, HAERS. Argumentative, ARGT. Give you hearsay. And let's see, on the ground, OEG. They say on the grounds. That would just be OEGZ. Counsel. You are going to hear, let's see, that's about it. I gave you all of the briefs that are on here, okay? All right, so here we go. Strict objections and rulings. Here we go. Objection, Your Honor. Vague and ambiguous. Objection sustained. I object. Speculative. Overruled. Objection. Assumes a fact not in evidence. Objection overruled, counsel. I object to counsel's badgering of the witness. Your objection is sustained. Your Honor, I object on the grounds that it is irrelevant and immaterial. Counsel, I am going to overrule the objection. People object. Sustained. Proceed, counsel. Objection asked and answered. I will sustain the objection. We object, Your Honor. Hearsay. Overruled. I'm going to object as to speculation. The objection is overruled. I am objecting to that question as vague. I agree. Objection sustained. Objection argumentative. I will overrule your objection, counsel. Objection argumentative, speculative, and calls for hearsay, Your Honor. Objections are sustained. Objection, that is pure speculation on the part of counsel. Overruled. I object. The answer is hearsay. Sustained. The answer is to be disregarded. That is argumentative, Your Honor. People object. Sustained. Rephrase the question. Objection on the grounds that it is calling for hearsay. The objection is sustained at this time. I object, Your Honor. It assumes facts not in evidence. Overruled. I will allow it. Object to this entire line of questioning, Your Honor. Sustained. It goes to hearsay. Your Honor, defense objects. Calls for speculation on the part of this witness. I will overrule the objection. Objection. Counsel is calling for facts not in evidence. I will allow it. Hopefully that helped. All right, now, our last drill. How are we doing on time? I've got some Jelly Belly official flavors. Okay, here we go. Ready? A&W cream soda. A&W root beer. Berry blue. Blueberry. Bubblegum. Buttered popcorn. Cantaloupe. Cappuccino. Caramel corn. Chili mango. Chocolate pudding. Cinnamon. Coconut. Cotton candy. Crushed pineapple. Dr. Pepper. French vanilla. Green apple. Island punch. Juicy pear. Kiwi. Lemon drop. Lemon lime. Licorice. Mango. Margarita. Mixed berry smoothie. Orange sherbet. Peach. Pina colada. Plum. Pomegranate. Raspberry. Red apple. Sizzling cinnamon. Sour cherry. Strawberry cheesecake. Strawberry daiquiri. Strawberry jam. Sun-kissed lemon. Sun-kissed lime. Sun-kissed orange. Sun-kissed pink grapefruit. Sun-kissed tangerine. Toasted marshmallow. Top banana. Tutti frutti. Very cherry. Watermelon. Wild blackberry. All right. You know what? I forgot to give you guys your Tangle Tamers. Let me give you those real quick. Okay. And then we'll move on. Here we go. Licensed auctioneer. Questioned credibility. Bodily injury. Electrical impulses. Corrective lenses. Exceptionally long-standing. Correction inevitable. Initial assessment. Clandestine rendezvous. View-oriented homes. Gracious entertaining. Recreational vehicle. Obsolete guardhouse. Pot scrubber dishwashers. Controversial reauthorization, future reconciliation, luxurious oval tubs. All right. Now let's move into literary. All right, so we're going to finish up this sheriff's report. We're on the last page. Okay, here we go. I'm going to start this at 60, but I'll work my way to 100, okay? Here we go. I reconfirmed with Myers that he believed that the property he had helped place inside that storage unit was stolen. He stated, yes, he believed that it was stolen. I asked Myers how it was that he came in possession of a key for that storage unit. He said that it was given to him by either Larry or the person at the storage facility the day they rented the storage unit. He also stated that Larry asked what his last name was, and he told him it was Jones. He gave him a false last name because he didn't know why he was asking for it. He said that he found out the reason he was asking him for his name was because he was being put on the storage unit contract. I asked if he had this key the entire time. During the entire time the storage contract has been in place. He said yes. I asked Myers to tell me about Larry calling him today about getting rid of some other stolen property. He told me that Larry didn't call him today, that he had called his girlfriend to tell her the combination to get into the storage facility because he forgot it and didn't have any conversation with Larry today. I told Myers that he had told either another deputy or one of the Sandcat officers that Larry had called him asking him if he could sell some guns that were stolen. Myers told me he didn't tell anybody that. I asked Myers about any other stolen property and where it would be stored. He said that he doesn't know of any stolen property. I told Myers that he had told me during his statement that he believed the property that was in the storage unit that he helped unload from the white truck he believed was stolen. Myers said, "No, I didn't tell you that." I told Myers that he had made that statement and that he told me the reason he believed it was stolen property is because he saw a bag full of checks, personal information, and credit cards. Myers said, "Oh, yeah, I did say that." That concludes the summary of the statements made by Myers in my report. So I love those because they're actually officers in court, like reading their actual, sheriff's reports. So it's great straight matter. All right, so we're done with that one. Let's go ahead and do some jury charge, okay? Now I'm gonna start here at 80 and I'll work my way to 100. So you're going to hear burden of proof, plaintiff, defendant, Mary Smith, Jack Smith, consortium, that's like sexual relations or affection, recover, reasonably, Karen Smith, let's see, you're going to hear preponderance of the evidence, compensate. Okay. All right. Conjecture. Okay. Let's start at 80 and we'll work our way to 100. Members of the jury. Plaintiffs have the burden of proving damages by a preponderance of the evidence. Damages means the amount of money which will reasonably and fairly compensate the plaintiffs for any injury you find was caused by the defendant. Your award must be based upon evidence and not upon speculation, guesswork, or conjecture. Plaintiffs in this action sued to recover damages for the deaths of Mary Smith and Jack Smith Sr. If you decide for plaintiffs on the question of liability in determining the amount of damages they are entitled to recover, you may also consider the following items. 1, loss of love and affection, including loss of society, companionship, comfort, consortium, or protection by Mary Smith and Jack Smith Sr. to plaintiffs Jack Smith Jr. and Karen Smith. 2, loss of attention, advice, or counsel of Mary Smith and Jack Smith Sr. to plaintiffs Jack Smith Jr. and Karen Smith. 3, loss of parental care, training, guidance, or education by Mary Smith and Jack Smith Sr. to plaintiffs Jack Smith Jr. and Karen Smith. 4, Mary Smith and Jack Smith's reasonable burial expenses. And 5, physical and mental pain and suffering by Mary Smith and Jack Smith Sr. prior to their deaths. All right. Go ahead and do some Q&A. We're almost done with this transcript here. The one with the psychiatrist, psychologist, chiropractor, cosmetologist. Okay, so I'll start at 60 and work my way to 100. Looks like defense. Here we go. Is there any other out-of-pocket expense as a result of services or income that you would have received other than from the House of Beauty? You lost me. I lost myself. Are you claiming loss of income from any other source other than the House of Beauty? Is that correct? Perfectly said. No. Are there any other out-of-pocket expenses that you have sustained other than the loss of income from the House of Beauty and from your medical expenses? Say that again, please. Sure. You claim that you lost money from your business because you were unable to work or for whatever reason, but that you connect with the accident. Yes. You've had to pay some doctors and hospital bills and what have you. Your attorney is going to provide me with that information. And I would include with that, and I think your attorney would agree, if there are any prescriptions, that would be included in the medical. Now, are there any other expenses that you have incurred that you connect with the accident? That I connect with the accident? Just peace of mind. I don't know. Is that included? No, that's not out of pocket. I'm talking about what you had to shell out in money that you've had to pay for. Frankly, I haven't talked about the complaint recently. If you are talking about damage to the car, I'm not including that either. We're not claiming auto expense because I think it was Mr. Bueller's car, but there was an ambulance bill. Other than that, I would include that with the medical. All right, it's medical, lost earnings, medication expense. That's the only out of pocket. Have you had to employ someone to work in your home that you connect as a result of the accident? No. And is the House of Beauty, if you know, what's its legal entity? What does entity mean? Is it a corporation? Is it a sole proprietorship? Is it a partnership? Or has it been a combination? It was a partnership when my ex-husband had it. Now it's a sole proprietorship under my name. And you filed fictitious names or certificates or whatever it required? Yes, I did. Yes. Thank you. I have no further questions. Can we get that information, counsel? Let me think and see if I have any questions. While you are thinking, can we get that information from you about the bills and stuff? Sure. And I have no questions. Not today, but within the next 30 days? Sure. I think we've sent you the answers to interrogatories. I'd offer to stipulate the original of this deposition may be sent to Mrs. Jesson's attorney and that it may be signed under penalty of perjury, that he will provide us with any changes in the deposition within 45 days after receipt, and that the court reporter may be relieved of her duties, etc., in connection with the signing and the possession of the deposition. And if the original is not available at the time of trial, a copy may be used. I agree to that. Do you need a copy, counsel? I need a copy. Okay, and the original. That will do it. There's actually two defense attorneys there, so I just used D1 again. All right, let's go into our next transcript. We're done with that one. Penalty of perjury, I write that as POP, P-O-P. That comes up a lot more than POP. Most people don't refer to soda anymore as POP, but if it comes up, I just flag it. Okay, all right. Yeah, we're almost done with this one too. I'm going to start right at 100 with this one, okay? All right, here we go. No, defense, sorry. When you observed the block wall fence that had fallen off, was it on your side of the fence or on the other side of the fence? Or do you remember? You mean after the accident? He's talking about after the accident. There was a brick wall on my side, yes. A brick on your side? Yes, that's what I meant. Was it like the one in these pictures here? A piece like this? Yes. Looks similar to the one that's shown there? Yes. And it was on the far end next to the wood fence there? It wasn't right next to it, no. It was probably the second one. I don't know. I'm unsure how this thing fell over. So we'll say it was 6 to 8 feet from this front side fence. And was there any partitions between this fence area there? Is there any partitions in this area? Partitions as in what? I don't understand what you're saying. He's asking about this area alongside your fence. Are there any boards between those? In between the openings, you mean? Yes, that's right. No, there's not. Okay, no further questions. Mr. Gailey, you're indicating that the bottom photocopy of Plaintiff's 3 to your deposition is taken from your neighbor's side? That's correct. And you were present when this photograph was taken? I was at home when the person came to take the pictures. Yes. I did not follow her around and watch her. Can I look at that picture? Sure. Do you recall the next day when you observed this extension block? Was it all 3 blocks? Yes, I believe it was. It was either 2 or 3. I'm not sure exactly. I would say 2 or 3. And it was on your side. It was in your yard, correct? On the side of my house, yes. There is one. There was one. Do you know whatever happened to that block since then? Yes. Not really. Did the person that came to take the photographs ever take custody of it? No, they're pretty heavy. It was a lady, and she had heels on, and I'm not sure she could have even lifted it. They're pretty heavy. It was a lady dressed up in a skirt and heels. Okay, so it remained in its location where you found it the next day? I believe it did. I can't really remember for sure, but I either made sure that it was flat on the ground so, it wouldn't be tilted up and maybe fall on my kids or another neighbor or on my dog or something like that. Or I may have put it on a skateboard or something and removed it. I don't recall, but one of the two. The interrogatory responses indicate that you're not claiming damage to the concrete wall, are you? What do you mean? Trying to get money for damage? What are you saying? Well, the response indicates that it was going to be appraised. Was it ever appraised? I believe just in some paperwork it said something about that. No, I'm not looking for any money for anything. No, I don't even live at this house anymore. I think the response was just to document whether anything was damaged. And we've just indicated, yes, there was damage to the wall. Because my homeowner's insurance, I'm sure if I were to still be living there, of course I would want it fixed. You never had it fixed during the time you lived there after it fell down, right? No, I didn't have it fixed. Like I said, I just checked the other uprights to see if, any were loose or a potential danger. Were any of them loose? I believe I was able to break 1 or 2 off. Yes. I gave it a lot of force because I wanted to be sure this didn't happen again. So I really got on it and pulled on it. And if it was loose at all, I jarred it back and forth until I could finally break it off. You used to store what? Your quad in this area? It was right up against the fence there, yes. Where Daniel was crawling? When I saw him crawling, he was not at the very front part. he was going towards the back of the house already. Half the distance down? Yes, half the distance. And did he tell you what he fell on? Objection, hearsay. No, he didn't say. Do you know how he fell? How he landed? Objection, hearsay. No, I could not know that. All I saw were the injuries that occurred. Do you know if he fell on the quad? Objection, hearsay. I don't believe so, but he was walking on top of the fence, so it is possible. Lack of foundation. It was right by the front, by the position where he was, and the brick the next day was like 6 or 8 feet in, and the quad is only 2 or 3 feet. See, it was up on its back wheels, up against the wall. At an angle? Yes, and the front wheels were up. Almost on the fence? Yes, about 6 feet high. And the block extension that you observed on the ground was about 8 feet in from the fence? Yes. And did you ever observe any cracks in the concrete between the block and the fence? No. Did you ever look for them? No, not prior to this accident. Is it your testimony that there was an extension here at the end that's depicted here in photograph of plaintiffs 3? I can't tell you positively, but I think there was. And the block extension that you saw on the ground would have been the very next one in line? Probably. Did you tear the front extension down after the accident? By the time this photograph was taken? I'm not sure which ones I pulled down after Daniel fell. In August of 2013? Yes, I had checked all of them out. So as we sit here today, you don't have any recollection either way, whether or not. I don't know if I pulled that front one here or not. Otherwise, I would know if it was there. So I'm not sure. Do you have any information how this extension got onto your neighbor's side? No, I don't. Did your neighbors ever tell you that the block fell over? No. Objection, hearsay. What was your answer? No. Did your neighbors ever pull the blocks off? Not to my knowledge. I have nothing further. Nothing here. Well, just one. You said that block is on the neighbor's side. That's just based on the general, the shrubbery there and the ground. But you don't really know? No, I don't. You're sure of that? Yes. Absolutely sure that the photograph is not taken on your property? 99% sure. Okay, thank you. No further questions. I will offer the following stipulation. The court reporter be relieved of her duties under the Code of Civil Procedure to the extent that she can be, that the original transcript of Mr. Gailey's deposition be forwarded to Ms. Powell for her custody and safekeeping. He can read, review, and sign his deposition under declaration of penalty of perjury, that we be notified of his signing changes and corrections within 45 days of receipt by counsel. If we are not so notified, then the original will be deemed signed. If the original is lost or unavailable, then a certified copy may be used in lieu of the original, as if it were a signed original in any hearing or proceeding in this matter. So stipulated. Let the record reflect I've given to both counsel copies of defendant Stephen Gailey's interrogatory answers. They will also be mailed. I just got an email verification signed by the defendant on March 30th. Thank you. I would also like a copy in addition to this one. It's funny because at the beginning here, she said Ms. Powell, but the witness is a man. So it just goes to show, you know, the reporter wrote it because she said it. So let's do one page read back real quick, okay? If you have, if you have to go, then that's okay. But we'll do that for anybody that wants to stay. Let me give you a short word list. Client, activity, subscribers, imprinted, estimated, incapable, at this time, all the, you can phrase that, AULT, continuously, at all times, TALTs. They gave you monitored, I think, maybe not, monitored. All right, this is going to be plaintiff. I will read this the first time at 100, then I'll read it at 80, and then at 60, okay? You can read whatever tape you want back. I'm going to read them all the same. All right, here we go. Were the dots and dashes being imprinted on the tape at this time? Right on the tape. They could refer back to the tape and it would tell you the whole story right there. How many tapes were there on the board that you monitored? I'd just take a rough guess, really. Was there one tape for each client on that board? No, it just ran continuously. One tape would cover everything. Was there only one tape coming out of that one board that you monitored? Right. And that would cover all the subscribers on that board? Right. Do I recall that you estimated that there were approximately 50 subscribers that were on that board? It depends on what board they put you on. Some boards had more, some boards had less. Was there anything else that you had to watch on that board besides the tape? I had enough trouble with that one. I couldn't take care of anything else. Did the tape run at various speeds depending upon how much activity there was? It all sounded the same, just running right through. There had to be a tape coming from that board at all times, or the board would be incapable of sending signals. Yes. All right, next tape will be at 80, okay? Here we go. Were the dots and dashes being imprinted on the tape at this time? Right on the tape. They could refer back to the tape and it would tell you the whole story right there. How many tapes were there on the board that you monitored? I'd just take a rough guess, really. Was there one tape for each client on that board? No, it just ran continuously. One tape would cover everything. Was there only one tape coming out of that one board that you monitored? Right. And that would cover all the subscribers on that board? Right. Do I recall that you estimated that there were approximately 50 subscribers that were on that board? It depends on what board they put you on. Some boards had more, some boards had less. Was there anything else that you had to watch on that board besides the tape? I had enough trouble with that one. I couldn't take care of anything else. Did the tape run at various speeds depending upon how much activity there was? It all sounded the same, just running right through. There had to be a tape coming from that board at all times, or the board would be incapable of sending signals. Yes. All right, last time at 60. Okay, and we'll read this back. Were the dots and dashes being imprinted on the tape at this time? Right on the tape. They could refer back to the tape and it would tell you the whole story right there. How many tapes were there on the board that you monitored? I'd just take a rough guess, really. Was there one tape for each client on that board? No, it just ran continuously. One tape would cover everything. Was there only one tape coming out of that one board that you monitored? Right. And that would cover all the subscribers on that board, right? do I recall that you estimated that there were approximately 50 subscribers that were on that board? It depends on what board they put you on. Some boards had more, some boards had less. Was there anything else that you had to watch on that board besides the tape? I had enough trouble with that one. I couldn't take care of anything else. Did the tape run at various speeds depending upon how much activity there was? It all sounded the same, just running right through. There had to be a tape coming from that board at all times, or the board would be incapable of sending signals? Yes. All right. Now, we can each read a Q&A if you want, or you can read the whole thing to me, whatever you want to do.
Is it just me now?
Yes, I don't know what happened to Pandora. Maybe she has to go to work today.
Ah, okay. Well,
That
I
might
mean,
be
I
the
guess I
case.
can read the whole thing.
All right.
Which one do I like?
Adam, do you get people that stop you all the time and ask you like, oh, what's that?
Every now and then, not too often.
Yeah.
Where's the beginning of this, man?
I used to get that a lot if I practiced at the library. People would come up to me and ask me what that was.
Nice. Oh, wow, I've gone too far. Hearsay. There's no hearsay objection in this one.
Yeah.
I'm looking for, I wrote court and readback at the beginning of each of these, and I can't find, oh, there it is. Okay. Hopefully that's right. Okay. So, plaintiff, question, were the dots and dashes being imprinted on the tape at this time? Answer, right on the tape, period. They could refer back to the tape and it would tell you the whole story right there. Question, how many tapes were there on the board that you monitored? Answer, I'd just take a rough guess, really. Question, was there one tape for each client on that board? Answer, no, it just ran continuously, period. One tape would cover everything. Question, was there only one tape coming out of that one board that you monitored? Answer, right. Question, and that would cover all the subscribers on that board? Answer, right. Question, do I recall that you estimated that there were approximately 50 subscribers that were on that board? Answer, it depends on what board they put you on. Some period. Some boards have more, period. Some boards have less, period. Question, was there anything else that you had to watch other than that board besides the tape? Watch.
Oh,
it's probably supposed to be
yeah,
on that board.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on that.
on
Okay,
that
good.
board. Besides the tape, answer, I had enough trouble with that one, period. I couldn't take anything else.
Do you have care?
Question.
What? You have care? I couldn't take care.
Oh, I do have care. I
Yay,
couldn't take care of anything else.
Good.
Yeah. Question, did the tape run at various speeds depending upon how much activity was there? There was.
Good.
Answer, it all sounded the same, period, just running right through. Question, there had to be a tape coming from that board at all times or the board would be incapable of sending signals. Answer, yes.
Yay, good job. Perfect. Awesome.
Oh, thanks.
Great job. Well, hopefully I get to see you if you can come into any of the other live classes.
Yeah. What time do you have the mid class?
So tomorrow morning is lower speeds again, but then tomorrow evening from 5 to 6 is going to be mid class. Tomorrow, yeah, so tomorrow evening and as well as Wednesday morning will be again mid speeds from 9 to 10.
And Wednesday morning, 9 to
Yep.
10?
Yep.
So I did Wednesday morning. I thought I did Wednesday morning. Maybe I did Friday morning and it was high speeds.
Yeah, Friday morning's
It's
high speeds
for Friday.
as well as Wednesday night. Wednesday night's high speeds and Friday morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So Wednesday morning and Friday morning. Tuesday night. Okay.
Yep. Tonight
So I
will be
might.
Monday night's theory, so that's why I don't do anything Monday night now.
Nice.
Yeah. And then Tuesday, Tuesday morning is low speeds. Tuesday night is mid speeds. Wednesday morning is mid speeds. Wednesday night is high speeds. Nothing Thursday, and then Friday morning is high speeds.
Sweet. So
Yes.
I might be able to make some Tuesday night.
Good.
But hopefully I should be able to make Wednesday morning and Friday morning.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah,
As long as I'm here and set up by 9.
you're kind of in that mid speed range, so that's good. You're going to you can go to lower and high. Get your push.
Yeah.
It's kind of the nice
Yeah.
thing about being right in that mid range.
I wasn't sure which one was going to be this morning, so I was just like, I'll just go
Good.
for it. It was
Good
low.
for
I was
you.
like, oh, man.
Well, I guess the good thing is, like you said, you put in all your punctuation. It sounds like, so that's good. You're cleaning up your notes. That's always a good thing.
Yeah, I pretty much always put in my punctuation, like
Oh
to
my
a fault.
Oh, yeah, you'd probably be writing 20 words faster if you weren't putting in your punctuation.
Maybe. I
So-
don't know. It's hard not to.
I know.
It's just my hands just do it. And I'm just like, stop
I know.
doing your
Especially
periods
your-
and stuff
The
everywhere.
speed you're trying to get, just try to get the words,
Yeah. So there was a word you said earlier, and I was going to ask you how to spell it. And you said it was about, you were giving like a word list, and it was like it was some legal thing to deal with, like
Okay, consortium.
that
was it
might be it.
Consortium, and
Yeah.
I looked, yeah, so it either means affection or sexual relations, but this is how you spell it: CONSORTIUM.
Oh, good. That's how I wrote it.
Good.
Consortium. Okay, cool.
Consortium. How you do it.
Perfect.
Yeah. So like a medial Y, you could use your medial Y, consort,
Yeah.
shum, or yum. You
Consortium.
could do she, yum. That could either be 3 or 4 strokes.
Yeah. I just did it consortium.
Yeah, totally. You could
The Y.
totally do that.
Consortium.
And then just
Cool.
put it both ways in your dictionary if you want. If you happen to write consortium.
Right. Consortium. I'm gonna do it with the. Oh no, I can't do the RSH. That's not a thing. Never mind.
Oh, man. All right,
Well,
Adam. Well, have a wonderful day.
You too. It's good to see
Okay,
you,
and
Jill.
then I'll see you soon.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
All right. Thank you.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye-bye.